but I'm still out here boasting. I'm focused, I block out commotion. All of y'all salty like you drunk the ocean. To enemies, your only devotion. Watching this shit, they your favorite. And like it to know more about y'all emotions.
Ohayogosaimas. I am positive shisō. Back today. So our today's topic is little bit different, but it's a very interesting and understandable topic, which is nothing just happens. So let's dive in together into its deeper depth about what this topic is. As Creflo Dollar always kept on saying that nothing just happens, everything happens because something has caused it or occurred it to happen in your life. The law of cause and effect not only applies to success but equally applies to the failure also. Do you guys agree with me? Most of you would agree that such statements make sense when it comes to prosperity and success. What I mean is that it's generally accepted that if you are rich, then you must have worked very hard to get rich. You must have done something special or extraordinary in order to acquire your wealth. However, if you are a failure, it is generally thought that you did not do anything but simply happened to find yourself in every situation. I can tell you guys that the person who is a failure also did something special to be in that situation. They worked very hard at becoming and remaining failures. It takes efforts to be successful people. So keep carrying yourself motivated in the face of temporary defeat and not fold your hands to the opportunities. So how success occurred in your life? Nothing just happens. Success has to be worked at equally, failure has to be worked at. I would propose that it takes just as much effort to succeed as to fail. What determines whether you succeed or fail is where the effort is directed or applied. Everyone in Zambia is successful. The question is at what? If you are a failure, then you are a poor success or a success at being a failure. So if you are not doing something to be a bad success, there is no middle ground. You cannot be doing nothing about anything. You are either working very hard to succeed or you are working very hard to fail. You see, success cannot be looked at in isolation. It can only be properly understood in the context of the desired outcome. What you desire or plan for determines whether you are successful or not. It therefore becomes really important how society in general defines success. So, how society sees a successful people? Society may say success is having a big house, driving a big car, and having a big job. That is not necessarily true. You can have all these things, but if it's not what you desired or planned for, you will still be unsuccessful. Mark my words. Before we all go any further, let me say that I am not by any means trying to put down those that are not financially well off and those that are suffering for one reason or another. Sometimes people find themselves in a bad situations that were not their own creation at all. My message is not that these and others like them are totally to blame for the situations they find themselves in. My message is that even in these desperate circumstances, one thing remains constant. We have the capacity of one way or another to change our own life. Therefore, we have the option of staying in a situation or escaping it. Don't get into the hopelessness. I truly believe that no situation is ever hopeless. Anything can be turned around as long as you have breath in you. But where there is a will, there is always a way. Yes, you may need a helping hand, but ultimately only you can make a lasting difference in your own life. Treating people like they cannot help themselves leads them to do just that. They become disempowered, hopeless, and dependent. Over the past few weeks, you have seen that it is important to have a dream and to pursue it with everything you have, or the potential to have anything and be anything you want. Furthermore, you know that you have the full responsibility for your own life, and you should be in the driver's seat because it is your thinking and your talk that ultimately determines your destiny. And let's end this video with a nice quote of mine. Action is what will bring your dreams to reality. Nothing just happens. You have to make it happen in your life. So that's all for today's, guys. I will meet you on the next Saturday with my new video, which is on One Punch Man in Hindi. So let's see how many of you guys would like me doing a video in Hindi. So I will meet you guys on the next Saturday. Jaga.